This is the Remington Micro 7. It's a bolt-action chambered in .300 Blackout with a 16-inch barrel, adjustable cheek rest, and Remington's X-Mark Pro trigger. It's a rifle that, despite not being the best at what it does, still seems to grab my heart every time that I take it to the range. As someone that regularly gets rid of guns that aren't great, why did I hold on to this one for so long? It's been out of production for a while. We'll dive into that after the jump. Vertex makes some of the best EDC bags and gear around. Whether you're looking for a backpack, a messenger bag, or maybe something for your pup. They've got features like a rapid access weapon compartment, padded backing, a hot pull tab for quick access to the main compartment, and much, much more. Oh, and did I mention their jeans make my legs look better? Seriously, I can do so many high kicks in these. And guys, if you want to get a huge discount, head over to Vertex, that's VERTX.com, and use our code TGC to get a whopping 25% off everything. Go do it. First, before we get into things, I want to give a big shout out to my buddy Talon, who has a badass channel called Sunday GUNDAY, and you guys should all go subscribe with the link in the description. Now, in order to understand my perspective, I need to sort of explain how I came to own this gun. I'll start off by saying that this gun comes from a different time in the gun industry. It comes from the time when the .300 Blackout was less understood, less common than it is now, and generally from a time when my life was a lot different. I was working in an Amish country gun shop and trying to make it as a gun tuber on the side long before this channel, TGC, existed. Like I said, things were different. I was learning about suppressors and trying to find a gun that allowed me to shoot .300 Blackout but not go broke doing it. I mean, the cost of .300 Blackout back then, even subsonic stuff, was really high. I looked at semi-auto Blackout guns as a good way to spend a buttload of money on ammo really fast. I still wanted to enjoy the experience though. I had just got my stamp for my Osprey 45 and wanted to play with the coolest, like subsonic, awesome, cool rounds, those offerings. My first solution to enjoying subs was a handy rifle by H&R. It was a single shot break action gun that, while fun, lacked a cheek rest and sort of made it difficult to shoot with any kind of optic. Your cheek was way, way, way too low. Then along came the Micro 7, a variant of Remington's Model 7 lineup that came out of a partnership with AAC. It was a small, lightweight bolt action that checked a lot of the same boxes as the handy rifle, and then some. The adjustable cheek rest and the ability to load 5 rounds in the gun made it very appealing, despite the fact that the MSRP was over $800. I also didn't own any bolt action guns back then. At the time, the only other non-custom bolt-action gun chambered in .300 Blackout was the Remington 700 with a heavy profile barrel that was 20 inches long, and it was just not the right gun for me. Combine the lack of options with my mild employee discount at the gun shop, and I grabbed the Micro 7 pretty hastily. I had plans for the gun. I was going to make it some cool project that would get me tons of clicks, and I was going to be the coolest guy on the block. I even posted a video about it on my old channel back in 2013. I wanted to make it some kind of like camouflage and trick it out. It was going to be awesome, but that didn't really happen for a long time. It was a few years later, and only a couple hundred rounds later, that I had it custom painted by a good friend of mine that you guys should go check out. I've talked about his camo before. Scalpel Arms out of Farmers Branch, Texas. Christian has this signature camo look, and I asked him to just have fun with this gun. He knocked it out of the park. It looks great. I never really, and sort of still don't, shoot the gun a lot. Every time I take it out, I'm reminded that it doesn't quite feed cleanly when working the action quickly, and it doesn't quite eject properly either. You sort of have to help rounds feed sometimes and tilt the gun over to dribble the spent casing out, but I don't care for some reason. It's still just like a buttload of fun to shoot. It's really quiet with a can on it. I've got it set up for YHM cans right now. The reality is that it probably doesn't need a crazy amount of work to dial it in, but because it just like sits around and doesn't get shot a lot, it's never been a priority for me. It's one of those guns that reminds me of a different time. I hold on to it and it reminds me of where I came from. It's been in my collection for so long now, it's like, I guess, kind of part of the family. It's not perfect, and I don't care. I love it for what it is. A really fun way to enjoy a really cool caliber and not spend a ton of money doing it. Way up there. That's like hitting trees and on the way by.
Gets there eventually.
Yeah. Let's see. One more. That was a tree. That's awesome. Maybe making this video like spike some sort of desire to get it tuned up. Who knows? But what I know is that I really enjoy sharing stuff like this with you guys. It's less of a review and more sharing a part of my collection with you guys and telling you a little bit of a story. If you enjoyed it, drop a like. And if you think we've earned it, please get subscribed for more stories just like this one. And as always, thank you all for watching. We'll see you soon.